Starting on your back with your feet flat on the mat in line with your sit bones, place your hands on your low belly. Exhale, curl your tailbone up off from the floor, feeling your low back drop into the mat and the belly scoop out or hollow out like an ice cream scoop out of the ice cream bowl. On the inhale, rock the tailbone gently forward towards your heels, letting the pelvis release back to what we call neutral pelvis. Now place your hands at your sternum, and on the inhale, lift your sternum toward the ceiling, and on the exhale, gently drop the sternum down to the floor, feeling the anchorage of the sternum or rib cage to the mat. Make it gentle and breathe deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. Using your abdominals, curl your tailbone and roll your hips off the floor. Take a deep inhale at the top and roll back down. The next time you peel your hips off from the floor, reach your right arm overhead, breathing deep into the right side of your body. Then exhale and roll your spine down, one bone at a time. Inhale, place your arm down by your side. Exhale, roll or peel your spine up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, lift your left arm overhead, keep it to the floor as you roll down. Then inhale, place your arms to the floor. Now roll your hips up. And then on the inhale, reach both your arms to the ceiling, reaching as high as you can. Let your chest roll away from your chin and roll all the way down till your tailbone is down. Now we lift the shoulders up for puppet arms, letting them drop to the floor, relaxing the area between our neck and shoulder blades. Continue to breathe in as you lift and exhale as you drop your puppet arms to the floor. For leg slide, slide your heel out to fully extend your leg and then slide your heel back towards your sitting bones. Keep your pelvis stable throughout the movement. Focus on activating your hamstring at first and then allow gravity to pull your thigh to the floor. Work from deep in your hip socket to allow the leg to rotate. Release the hip and then use your hamstring to slide it back in. Repeat this a few times singly on each side, and then allow both of your knees to open, letting gravity open up your hips and stretch your inner thighs. Slide both legs out and draw both legs in. Head floats or abdominal curls. Lift your head from the floor slowly, keeping your weight in your hands and front of neck soft. Lengthen your cervical spine on the inhale and exhale as you curl your upper body forward. Maintain shoulder blade connection to rib cage using your mid and lower traps. Release back down on the inhale. Exhale as you curl forward. You want to feel like your sternum is dropping into the floor and the rib cage is sliding down to your hip bones every time you curl forward. Make sure that your pelvis stays in neutral and that you don't tailbone curl or don't tilt your hip bones or pubic bone towards your head as you do this. You want to maintain a little space between your low back and the mat every time you curl your upper body forward on that exhale and as you release back, inhaling deeply through your nose. Sit on the mat with your knees bent in front of you. Wrap the exercise band around your feet and hold on to each end. Shoulders wide and relaxed down the back. Inhale, lift your belly up, off from your hips, sitting tall. Exhale to roll back, creating a C curve in your back. Keep the belly scooped in. Roll forward over the knees and roll your spine up, sitting up tall. As you exhale and roll down, keep your chin towards your chest and your shoulders in their pockets. As you roll forward, keep your belly scooped, navel pressed in towards your spine. And when you roll up, always start at the base of your spine, your head being the last thing to rise. Breathe in through your nose as you sit up tall and stack your spine. Exhale, roll back. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, roll forward. Inhale, sit tall on the sit bones. Exhale to roll back. Inhale, stay. Exhale, roll forward. Inhale, stack your vertebrae back up tall. For leg circles, place the band around your right foot while lying flat on the mat, left leg straight, navel to spine. Inhale as you bring your right leg across your body towards your left shoulder. Complete the inhalation as you sweep your leg down and away from you. Begin exhaling as your leg crosses the midline of your body. Continue exhaling as your leg circles open to the right. Keep your left hip anchored firmly to the mat. Complete the exhalation as you accent the return to home position. Form 6 circles and then change your direction for 6 circles again. Open your leg out to the right and circle down and across your body to return to home position. Keep your circles small at first, concentrating on anchoring your pelvis in the neutral spine position. Make sure to align your leg on the mat directly under your hip and keep your imaginary belt stretched across your abdomen from hip to hip level at all times. Visualize the two-way energy coming out of the crown of your head and down the heel of your supporting leg that's on the floor. Inhale with long and sustained breaths and exhale out through your mouth always as you accent the home position. Keep your navel to your spine and your neck long. Try to refrain from pulling your chin towards your chest as you work. In through the nose, out through the mouth. For lower and lift, start with your back imprinted. Keep the shoulders back. Inhale as you lower the legs down, imagining that you have an internal zipper running from deep in the pelvis up to your diaphragm. You're going to inhale as you lower the legs, exhale as the legs come back up towards the ceiling. For this one, do not lift the hips or the tailbone. You want to try to maintain an imprinted spine. If it bothers your back, you can keep your upper body curled forward as you lower and lift the legs, or just curl the upper body forward to feel the difference in the exercise. Both are good. When the head is down, it works the lower abdominals. When the head is up, it works more through the obliques and the rectus abdominis. Inhale the legs lower, exhale to lift. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Let that band help you pull the legs back up. Resist against the band as your legs go down. Cross the band over your feet. Hold each end of the band with a hand. Exhale, open your arms and your legs at the same time to engage the muscles around your hips and buttocks. Continue to pull the arms and the legs apart as you exhale. Maintain the imprint of your spine, not letting the low back lift off from your mat at any time. Breathe in as you close, exhale as you open. Inhale as you close, exhale as you open, and repeat. Grasping your ankles, hover in a C shape with your toes just off from the mat. Keeping your chin tucked towards your chest, begin exhaling as you roll backwards. Maintain the same distance between your heels and your buttocks throughout the roll, holding a tight ball shape. Continue exhaling as you roll back onto your shoulders, roll onto the backs of your shoulders at the farthest point of your roll, and avoid rolling up onto your neck. Then reverse your roll, returning to the home position as you continue to empty your lungs completely. Hover in the home position for a moment as you inhale percussively to repeat the roll and work up to 10 repetitions. To prepare for single leg stretch, roll to your low back. Pull your right knee into your chest, hug it in. Inhale, exhale as you switch legs, reaching out long, maintaining the line of leg with hip. Breathe in percussively through the nose and breathe out through an open mouth as you continue to switch legs. Try to make sure that the outside hand is on the outside ankle as you work. Again, pulling the knee to the chest as you exhale, inhale as the legs pass each other. Repeat 10 to 20 reps. For the obliques crisscross, continue the leg action you were previously doing, but cross the opposite elbow to the knee that comes in. So it's right elbow to left knee and left elbow to right knee. Exhale on the cross, keeping the elbows open and always rotating from the waist, from the torso, and not from the elbows or arms. Exhale as you twist, inhale as you pass through center. Continue 10 to 15 reps. For the cat position, get into a neutral spine, and from there exhale, curve your back up to the ceiling. You want to feel like you're curling your tailbone towards your nose and your nose towards your tailbone like a startled cat as you exhale. And on the inhale, lengthen out to a neutral spine. You can go into a little bit of extension here, but don't overdo it. Exhale to the startled cat position. Inhale to release to neutral. Exhale to round up. Inhale, lengthen out from tailbone to crown of head. Now on the exhale, extend your opposite arm and leg out to the wall in front and behind you. Use your powerhouse to keep your hips stable and stabilize your shoulder blades down into their pockets to avoid hunching. Remember to keep the balance throughout your hips and spine like you're balancing a yardstick along your back. We want length, not height. Remember, it's all about pulling the navel to the spine to maintain neutral. For thread the needle, you're going to take and reach one arm to the ceiling, maintaining stability through your hips and rotating the spine. Then slide it through along the mat to reach to the wall on the other side. Inhale as you stretch to the ceiling. Exhale to reach through. Don't be afraid to put that ear almost to the mat and touch the shoulder. Inhale to rotate. Exhale, thread the arm through. It's like you're reaching to the ceiling to grab a piece of thread and putting it through the eye of the needle. Continue to work, maintaining stability through the hips and through the spine, keeping the navel to the spine and trying to keep your back straight. Go ahead and sit back on your heels into rest position. For the knee hover exercise, maintain a neutral spine with your knees under your hips and your hands under your shoulders. Hover the knees and lift them off from the mat about a ½ inch, trying to maintain a neutral spine. Make sure that the hips don't tilt, and most importantly, make sure that the belly doesn't hang out. You want to continue to feel like you're pulling the belly button in towards the back. To challenge the exercise, as you lift your knees up, try then to lift one foot just a tiny bit off from the mat, still maintaining the stability through your hips and also through your shoulders, making sure that the shoulders stay flat on the back and that you don't hang down into the shoulder hammock, hunching the shoulders together or excessively rounding your upper back to the ceiling. For the pigeon stretch, pull your right knee forward and turn your foot out to the side. Slide back and lay your chest over your right knee. Continue to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth as you feel the stretch in your buttocks and in your hip. This stretch stretches the piriformis muscles, which run over top of the sciatic nerve, thereby releasing any sciatic nerve pain, and also it helps to release tension through the hips and open your hips up. Go ahead and switch sides, pulling the left knee forward and putting the left foot out to the right. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, trying to release down over your leg. For the hip flexor stretch, you're going to switch legs and pull the right foot between your hands. Make sure that your right foot is far enough forward that your right knee doesn't bend past the right toes. Pull your hip forward and keep your back straight and your chest up. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. You want to feel the stretch down through the front of the left hip, opening up through the hip flexor. Breathe in and rotate to the right, getting a little bit more of a stretch now, even through the side of the left leg. Go ahead and switch sides. Before you do, stretch the hamstring on the right leg. Flex your foot to stretch through the calf, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Again, make sure that your left foot is far enough forward that your left knee is not going to go past your left toes. Keep your chest upright, spine long, the crown of the head reaching to the ceiling. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Continue to press that right hip forward and down towards the floor. Add your rotation to get a little bit deeper stretch through the side of the leg. Maintain a neutral spine throughout. To finish the stretch, go ahead and lean back, opening up the hamstring on the left side. Rock forward and back, making sure to flex your foot so you also stretch through the calf. When you're finished, take a nice deep inhale, Then exhale, sit back into rest position again briefly. For swan, lie on your stomach, nose above the floor. Engage your abdominals, and then on the inhale, roll your nose up and extend up as far as you can comfortably with your back. You're going to exhale down, inhale to roll up, each time maybe going a little higher up. Make sure that you don't sink down into the low back. Continue to keep the belly tight. Inhale, lift your head. Now lift up as high as you can, hopefully straightening your arms. And exhale, roll down. Imagine up through the front of your body, up through the chest, through the belly, and then exhale and roll back down. After 3 to 4 swan repetitions, lift your legs now instead. Keep your abdominals tight and beat your heels together, pointing your feet. Now flex your feet for 4 and point your feet for 4. Breathing in through your nose and out through the mouth to work the gluteals and the hamstrings. Continue to keep the low back long and abs tight. Sit back on your heels and rest your back. Now lie on your side with your knees bent into a chair position. Reach your top leg out straight to the wall in front of you in line with your hip. Lift the leg up and down towards the ceiling, keeping a long leg line and making sure that the knee does not turn towards the floor. Most importantly, keep your back straight and your spine in neutral with strong abdominals, working hard to maintain that neutral spine. Once you finish those, lift your top knee up towards the ceiling, squeezing your buttocks as you do so. Inhale as your knee reaches up to the ceiling, exhale as the leg closes. We call these the clams or the oyster. You want to feel the movement on the side of the hip and in the buttocks. Now place your hand at your forehead like you're a sailor looking out to sea or you're peering through a window. Breathe in and then exhale and rotate your upper body to the other side of the room, trying to keep your knees together. You want to allow your head to fully roll over onto your hand and open your elbow out to the side of the room, feeling the stretch through the front of your chest and pecs. Inhale, then exhale, rotate. Inhale, exhale, rotate back to center. Now repeat everything on the other side, starting with the leg lifts. Again, make sure the knee does not turn towards the floor. Keep your spine in neutral, create a nice straight line from your tailbone out through the crown of your head. Inhale as you lift the leg, exhale to lower. Relax your head on your arm and feel your abdominals braced and engaged. For the clams, bring your knees together again, and now lift your top knee to the ceiling. Remember, you want to feel this movement in your hip and buttocks. You need to consciously engage your buttocks as you do this to get the most out of the exercise. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Inhale and exhale. Again, now place your hand at your forehead like you're looking through a window or you can't see far away, and rotate your upper body to the other side of the room. Let the head roll into the hand and open up the chest. Your main goal or ultimate goal is to allow your upper body to completely lie flat on the floor. Make sure that you don't allow your knees to come apart though. Rotate just from the waist and the upper and mid back. Now lie on your back and align your feet with your sit bones and rest your arms by your sides. Exhale, tilt your hips and roll your hips off from the floor. Breathe in and then exhale, articulate your spine down for a hip escalator, or sometimes I call it a back release. Breathe in, then exhale, roll back down. Now pull your knees into your chest and hug your knees, stretching your low back. Push your knees out away from you. Keep your arms straight and rock on your low back like you're a rocker or a rocking horse, just rocking back and forth, keeping your arms straight and your abdominals tight. We call these the lumbar rocks. Pull your knees in to stretch your back and place your feet down. To finish your low back care workout, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, and rest.